Hi, this is the part 2 of the review. Let's start from lesson 4. So this one, refer to page 51. Rules sa driving sa left side ng road. So dito kapag walang center line, yung center line is ito, ang center line. So on roads na walang center line, kung makikita ninyo sa book may naka-bold na mga phrases. Ang nakalagay dyan is, proceed on the part of the road to the left side of the center. It means, kunyari, eto yung center, imaginary, dapat nasa left side daw magpo-proceed. Or proceed on the part to the left of the center line. Kung may center line na nakikita sa road. So, left side ng center or center line. Next, prohibition sa gamit ng right side lane. If the width of the road is 6 meters or more, kapag more than 6 meters yung lapad ng lane or solid white line ang center line, you are not allowed to overtake a vehicle entering the right side of the road. Okay? Kapag more than 6 meters or solid white line, bawal lumagpas sa linya kapag mag-overtake. So you are not allowed, not permitted to enter the right side of the road. Pero kapag more than, kapag below 6 meters siya, or 6 meters or less, or broken white line, pwedeng lumagpas sa kabilang side ng road para mag-overtake. So, again, kapag more than, bawal pumunta sa right side. Kapag less than or below 6 meters, pwedeng pumunta sa right side. Center line. This is the center line, yung mark. Center line is the line na nagdi-divide ng two opposite direction ng mga vehicles. So, etong lane na to papunta, etong lane na to, two lanes, ay pabalik ng mga cars. So, eto yung center line division ng two opposite direction. However, center line is not always located or marked sa exact physical center ng road. Kasi kung titingnan natin, ito yung mismong gitna ng road. Okay? But, ang center line, wala siya sa mismong center ng road. It is not always located or marked sa center ng road. This is the center line sign. Ang center line sign, siya yung didictate kung saan ang center line. So, sa picture na to, ito yung center line sign and may number 2. So, meaning nasa pangalawang line ang center line. So, kapag lilipat siya dito, ang center line, tapos 1, lilipat din sa first line, ang center line. And ganun din kapag 3, nasa line 3 din yung center line. So, it depends sa flow ng traffic, sa condition ng road. Next, about vehicular lanes on page 53. Kapag walang vehicular lane, ito kasi roads with two vehicular lanes. Roads without vehicular lane, it means ganito lang siya. Road na walang vehicular lane. Wala siyang vehicular lane. It means one lane para sa vehicles na papunta at saka one lane sa vehicles na pabalik. So, one lane lang siya. Wala siyang vehicular lane. Ang vehicular lane kasi kapag meron na siyang two or more lanes heading in the same direction, the same this one, merong two lanes na, yan siya, roads na merong vehicular lane. So, first, kapag two vehicular lanes lang siya, all vehicles must proceed sa left lane. Okay? Dito na lane lahat ng mga vehicles. Ang right lane or the rightmost lane is used only for overtaking, turning right, or other situations. So basically, walang magta-travel dito ng mga sasakyan, lahat nasa left lane. Ang right lane for overtaking lang kapag two vehicular lanes. Kung three or more lanes na siya, tatlong lanes or more, heading in the same direction, yung pinaka-rightmost lane, ito, is used for overtaking. Then, yung other lanes, one, two lanes, yung other lanes, doon magta-travel ang mga sasakyan. So they can use all the other lanes para doon mag-travel. Yung specification, leftmost lane is used for the slow-moving vehicles. Yung mga mababagal na sasakyan dito dadaan sa first lane or sa leftmost lane. Then ang second lane next to it is for faster vehicles. So magkakaroon ng slow lane at saka fast lane kapag three or more vehicular lanes na siya. Dito sa two lanes lang, wala siyang slow lane, wala siyang fast lane. Lahat nasa left lane, mabagal man o mabilis ang sasakyan. Okay? And then, next, very important, page 56. If you see sa book, may nakalagay dyan. Sa number 2 na nakalagay, precautions when crossing sidewalks or side street. Yung term na crossing, sidewalk, or side strip. This is the sidewalk. Yung side strip is the white line dito sa road. Yan siyang side strip. So, crossing sidewalk or side strip, vehicles must stop immediately before the sidewalk or side strip. Stop lang siya. If you continue reading, even if no pedestrians are present. So, kahit walang tao na nakikita dyan, stop lang siya always. Slowing down is not allowed. So, kapag ito yung question, crossing sidewalk side strip, you must stop before crossing the sidewalk or side strip, even if there are no pedestrians. Then this sign is sign for pedestrians only or pedestrian walkways. It means that the road is only for pedestrians. Okay? Vehicles must not drive or enter on pedestrian walkways. Lahat ng sasakyan bawal dumaan dyan kasi pang pedestrian lang siya, pang mga tao lang. However, kung may garage ka, example, dito yung residence mo or dyan ka nakapark, dyan yung garage mo, or you have a special permission from the police, pwedeng mag-drive sa pedestrian walkways, pedestrian only, pero magsuslow down always. Okay, again, hindi lahat ng mga sasakyan pwede dumaan dyan, only yung may mga garage or yung may permission. And then, this one is, tawag na to? Driving on streetcar tracks permitted. So, again, yung streetcar, yung tram, yung para siyang bus na train na nasa gitna siya ng road. Hindi naman talaga siya train, but para siyang bus na meron siyang riles sa gitna ng road. So, that is the streetcar track sign, driving on streetcar track sign. It means that you are allowed to drive or to use the streetcar pag mag-overtake ng vehicle kasi maku-close or close muna temporarily yung streetcar tracks para sa streetcar. So basically, as a general rule, driving refer to page 57, driving on tracks is prohibited, not permitted. So if you read it, however, the prohibition is not applied in the following cases. Example, ito yung streetcar tracks. Kunyari, mag-right turn. Pwede siya. Or kung mag-U-turn, pwede, if allowed. Ne? So, pwede kang mag-cross um, to turn left to the other side or right and then mag-U-turn. So, if may mga danger din na i-avoid, so pwede din yun siya, mag-travel sa streetcar. Pero kapag hindi ganun, ang situation, um, kapag may sign lang na ganito, pwedeng mag-travel. Pero kung mag-turn right or mag-left, pwedeng mag-cross sa streetcar tracks. And then, this sign on the next page, sa page 58, this sign is a no stopping zone sign. It means you are not allowed, kunyari, nag-traffic ang mga sasakyan. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-stop inside the pavement marking kasi no stopping zone siya. This pavement marking, ang purpose niyan is gagamitin yan para dyan makalabas or papasok ang mga vehicles sa certain facility. Okay? Just follow reading lang sa book. Then we will proceed sa lesson 5. This is about emergency vehicles. So, sa emergency vehicles, ang tatandaan dito is yung locations kung saan kayo nung time na may emergency vehicle. If yung question is about emergency vehicle. Okay. First, near intersection or if you're inside the intersection. So, ang gagawin dyan, kapag near intersection, eto sila, you are near the intersection, um, just focus sa term na near, or kapag intersection is present, or you are approaching an intersection, meaning malapit lang sa intersection. Pull over to the left side or move to the left side, and then kailangang magsistop. Move to the left side of the road to give way for emergency vehicle, and may stop siya dapat na gagawin. Then sa inside the intersection, you are already at the intersection, at an intersection, crossing the intersection, nasa inside. Leave muna, you need to free the intersection. Kailangan aalis muna sa intersection. And then, tsaka magpo-pull over, and then, you need to stop. So, yan siya ang steps kung ano ang gagawin. Pag near lang, malapit lang, so, hindi kailangang pumasok sa intersection kasi near lang. Magpo-pull over lang and then stop. Kapag nasa loob na, kailangang umalis muna bago mag-pull over and then kailangan may stop. Dito sa next situation, locations na other than at or near intersection, locations na walang or bukod sa loob or malapit sa intersection. Other term is not near intersections. Kapag not near intersections, pull over lang to the left side and then give way. Wala siyang stop. Hindi kailangang mag-stop kasi hindi malapit sa intersection or walang intersection. Next is kapag nasa one-way road or one-way street while traveling, then an emergency vehicle is approaching from behind. You can pull over to the right instead sa left kung dito ka mas pabor sa right. So, makakadaan ng mas mabilis ang emergency vehicle. So, you can pull over sa right instead sa left. Pwede din sa left instead sa right. So, pwede siya both. Dito, kasi hindi sila one way, left lang lahat ang pull over. And again, wala siyang stop, only give way. Next, sa bus lanes on page 62, page 62. So there are two types of bus lanes, exclusive lane and priority lane. Papaano siya malalaman kung sa sign lang? Solid white line ang exclusive lane sign, broken white line ang priority lane. Or senyo and then yusen kung sa kanji siya titingnan. But mas madali kapag yung sa lines. So, exclusive lane for buses, close siya sa mga ibang sasakyan. Only bus, syempre, moped, light vehicles, Light vehicles, yung mga 50cc, they can travel sa exclusive bus lane kasi mga maliliit lang sila. So, bawal ang mga sasakyan na malalaki. Then, priority lane for buses. All vehicles pwedeng mag-travel, tulad nitong car. However, kapag a bus is approaching from behind, other vehicles must leave sa lane. So, yung ibang sasakyan, aalis, magli-leave sila sa lane. Yung mga maliliit, moped, light, special equipment, they can stay inside the lane. So, um, dito lang po pwedeng mag-travel ang mga sasakyan. Pero merong two exceptions. So, if you read sa book, yung nakalagay dyan, you can travel sa priority lane kahit may bus kung magle-left turn. You can travel kung magle-left turn, kung magle-left turn, or may emergency vehicle, let's say emergency vehicle na paparating at kailangan mong mag-pull over kasi left side ang pull over, 'di ba? Kailangan mong mag-pull over para mag-give way sa emergency vehicle. So you are allowed to travel on exclusive lane for buses or priority lane for buses if magle-left turn or there are unavoidable situations or such as emergency vehicles. Yan silang dalawa. Okay, then answer the questions. Proceed to lesson 6. Page 66. Okay, dito is about proceeding through the intersection. It's either magto-turn left or turn right. Ano ang gagawin? When intending to turn left, syempre you should approach as close to the left side, left edge of the road. Kasi sa left magto-turn. So, kailan magpo-pull over or kailan didikit pupunta sa left edge ng road? Kapag magsisignal. So, basically, that is 30 meters. 30 meters, dyan ka magpupunta or magpo-pull over, magmo-move sa left edge before turning left sa corner ng intersection. Then sa right turn, merong two situations. Sa right turn, kapag sasabihin lang na when turning right at an intersection, okay, intersection, crossing. So, punta muna, approach as close to the center of the road or close to the center line. Center line siya kasi magra-right turn ka. Unless one-way street siya, pupunta sa far right edge ng road. Okay? The first situation is pag intersection lang or two-way traffic. Or kapag walang ma-mention na one-way. When turning right, proceed first to center of the road or approach as close to the center of the road or center line, then turn right slowly sa center ng intersection. Pero when turning right from one-way road, move to the far right edge or far right side ng road, pinakagilid, kanang gilid, at magto-turn right. Kasi walang papasok na sasakyan. One way kasi siya. Dito, may papasok na sasakyan or may oncoming vehicle sa kabilang direction. That's why sa center lang pwedeng pumunta. Okay? So, if this is unclear, isabihan niyo lang ako during the module, answering of module para ma-explain ko siya ulit. Then, this sign is about yung pagra-right turn ng mga mopeds, general mopeds, or ng mga light vehicles. So, this sign means direct right turn. Diretso lang na right turn. So, same as automobiles, di ba ang mga sasakyan, ganito lang siyang ginagawa. Direct right turn. So, eto din ang usually na gagawin ng mga moped. However, kapag meron siyang two-step right turn sign, hindi sila magda-direct right turn. Bawal. Instead, tatawid muna sa left edge sila pupunta. Tatawid muna magko-cross sa corner ng intersection on a green traffic light. Tapos kapag nag-green dito sa kabila, tatawid ulit sila. So, dalawang steps ang gagamitin dalawang steps ang gagawin kapag may sign na two-step right turn sign or 3 lanes or more. So, kapag 3 lanes na siya, heading in the same direction, yung vehicular lane, kahit walang sign, automatic two-step right turn ang gagawin. Kung 3 lanes naman siya at may sign na direct right turn, dito na time, magda-direct right turn lang ang moped. And then, pag 2 lanes, lalagyan ng sign na two-step right turn sign. That's the time na mag-two-step right turn. So, mag-execute lang ng two-step right turn kung may sign or 3 lanes or more. Okay, crossing at the intersection or railway crossing zone, you need to stop before crossing the railway crossing. Yung term na stop, kailangan andun sa statement. But if there is a traffic light, tulad nito, follow the direction or follow the traffic light. Kung green siya, if it is green, dito kasi red. So if naka-green yung traffic light, you can proceed without stopping. Basta nagche-check pa rin sa paligid. So hindi kailangang mag-stop kapag green ang traffic light. Kapag walang traffic light, magsa-stop talaga always. Okay? And then, proceeding sa intersection without traffic control. Meaning nang without traffic control, walang traffic light, walang stop mark or stop sign mark, walang mga stop line. So, wala lahat. Okay? So, yan ang walang traffic control. So, papaano malalaman kung sino ang magpo-proceed first? If the cross street is wider, mas malapad yung kabilang road or right of way. Meaning ng right of way, meron siyang sign na right of way sign. Yung blue na ganito ang image. That is the right of way sign. So, yun, if may sign na right of way or meron siyang center line. Kung saang lane ang may center line, sila ang right of way or priority. So, when the cross street is wider or road that is right of way, vehicles must slow down. When crossing, okay? Pag ikaw ang magko-cross, tatawid or mag-enter. So, yung term na ikaw ang magko-cross or enter, road that is wider or priority road, ikaw ang magsuslow down. Pero kung ikaw ang traveling or driving, traveling or driving sa right of way, traveling sa right of way, eto, the same dito, sa picture na to, um, hindi kailangang magsuslow down. Okay. Again, when you are crossing the right of way, ikaw ang tatawid sa right of way. So basically, hindi ikaw yung nasa right of way, kailangang mag-slow down. But if you are traveling sa right of way na road, you do not need to slow down. Hindi kailangang mag-slow down. Then, if the cross street has the same width, meaning the same yung lapad ng road, both, hindi distinct kung saan yung malapad or sino yung right of way. Just remember the term na vehicles coming from the left side of the road is the priority, or vehicles must not block the progress of vehicles coming from the left of the cross street. So, Hindi haharangan yung mga sasakyan from the left. Kapag ang left na term is magiging right, magiging false ang question. Okay? So, yan lang yung terms na tatandaan. And then, crossing or turning right at the intersection. When turning right, even if you entered the intersection first, kahit nauna kang pumasok sa intersection, kasi magra-right turn, tatawid ka sa lane ng opposite direction, ikaw ang magsa-stop or ikaw ang mag-a-adjust. You must not obstruct the progress or flow of traffic of oncoming vehicles going straight or magto-turn left. Kasi road nila to. So, yung magto-turn right, makikitawid lang, so silang mag-a-adjust. Even if you enter the intersection first, hindi dapat haharangan ang flow ng traffic sa opposite direction. Then yung term na wheel-based differential. So, sorry kung nag-skip ako. Page 71. So, yung wheel-based differential is the difference ng movement ng front wheels and ng rear wheels ng vehicle. So, when vehicles turn left or right, merong movement, difference ng movement ng gulong ng sasakyan. So, yung rear wheels daw is closer to the inside. Meaning, let's say, etong truck na to, iikot siya dito sa left. Kapag iikot yan, ang truck, parang yung body niya is nakaganito, nakatagilid. So, yung rear wheels niya, closer siya sa inside than the front wheels. So, yung term na inside, take note of that the wheelbase differential, the difference ng path ng turning arc ng front and ng rear is inside, hindi siya outside. And wheelbase differential always happen. It occurs when vehicles execute left or right turn. So, always yan siya. Both. Kapag magra-right or magla-left, merong wheelbase differential. Okay, so that is lesson 6. And then, for lesson 7, hanggang lesson 7, ika-cut ko ulit siya. Then, I'll proceed to um, from lesson 8. Okay. Lesson 7 about stopping distance. So, lesson 7, maximum speed limit ng lahat ng sasakyan is 60 kilometer per hour. General roads or ordinary roads. Hindi siya expressway. Lahat 60 kilometer per hour. But yung mga moped, general mopeds or motorized bicycles, 30 kilometer per hour lang sila sa general roads. Let's say ang speed limit is 40. 40 eto sila, but yung moped is still 30. Hanggang 30 lang talaga sila. Then, formula. Reaction plus braking distance equals stopping distance. So, hindi siya pwedeng mag-mix up. So, yung stopping distance daw, ang pag-stop ng sasakyan, magsisimula siya kung kailan mag-react ang driver sa situation, kung kailan niya i-judge ang situation, hanggang sa aapakan ang brake. That's the reaction distance. And sa pag-apak ng brake, hanggang sa full na nag-stop ang sasakyan, that is the braking distance. Then, yung total nun is the stopping distance. Reaction distance refers to the driver identifying the danger. Braking distance is the distance required, or it refers to the brakes start working, meaning kailan gumana yung brake. That is the braking distance. And then, dun sa page 84, sa baba ng graph, merong conditions that can increase the stopping distance further. Basahin nyo lang yung number 1, 2, 3. Reaction distance increases if the driver is tired. Braking distance increases or becomes longer when a vehicle is carrying heavy load or is traveling on surface na wet ang road. Then stopping distance increases or almost double. It is twice as much than it would have been sa surface na dry road kung umuulan. So, kung slippery ang road or ang condition ng vehicle is not good, meaning masyadong mabigat, yung tires ng sasakyan medyo manipis na, uh, yan, matatagalan or mag-i-increase ang braking distance at ang stopping distance. And then dito sa graph na to, kapag may stopping distance na question and meron siyang speed, kilometer per hour, at merong distance, eto siya, fixed term, eto siya. So, tandaan lang, kapag 60 kilometer per hour ang speed, yung stopping distance niyan is 44 meters. Eto siya, general information. If the stopping distance is the vehicle is traveling on a normal road surface, on a normal situation. So, pag 60 ang takbo, 44 meters daw yung stopping distance from the reaction of the driver hanggang sa totally nag-stop ang vehicle. Kapag 40 ang takbo, 22 meters. So, yung dalawang yan lang mostly ang tinatanong. Pag 60 ang takbo, 44. Kapag 40 ang takbo, 40 kilometer per hour, 22 meters ang stopping distance. And braking. Page 86. When braking, kapag pumipreno, nagbe-brake, first, depress, unang apak sa brake should be as lightly as possible. Hindi siya pwedeng as hard as you can or kailangang didiinan kaagad sa first step ng brake kasi abrupt braking ang tawag doon. So, as lightly as possible, gradual braking, and brakes should be applied several times or several separate presses, mga 2 to 3 times. Then gradually or dahan-dahan ang pag-stop ng vehicle. Etong pag-step several times, this page is nasa 86. This method, yung pag-apak several times, it makes the brake lights flicker or flash, iilaw yung brake lights. It serves as a warning sa mga sasakyan sa likuran. Yan, to put the vehicle behind you on alert na nag apply ka ng brake. This also uh, an effective method to prevent rear-end collision or effective din siya sa mga slippery road conditions. Next, locations na kailangan magsuslow down. Meaning, always magsuslow down kapag dadaan ka sa road na ganito ang situation. So, wala siyang situation na okay lang na hindi mag-slow down kapag good ang visibility. So, yung term na good ang visibility, meaning clear ang paligid. Nakikita mo yung paligid. Yung visibility is wide. Nakikita mo. Pag poor visibility, meron siyang mga blind spots. Yan siya. So, slow down when there is a sign na Joko, slow down sign, always magsuslow down. Intersections with poor visibility. So, eto, blind spot, hindi nakikita yung sides kung may sasakyan or wala. kung ano ang situation sa side ng road. So, kailangan mag-slow down. Corners ng road, always mag-slow down near top of an uphill or pag nasa top na ng uphill, mag-slow down. Then, when traveling on a steep downward slope or downward slope, kailangang mag-slow down. Dito sa intersection, with poor visibility, kailangang mag-slow down. Pero, let's say, pag nasa right of way ka, this is the right of way, hindi kailangang mag-slow down kahit na poor visibility kasi nasa right of way ka nagta-travel. Pero kapag wala siyang mabanggit na right of way, magsa-slow down talaga sa intersections with poor visibility. Okay, answer the questions and check your answers after. We will continue sa next part sa lesson 8 sa third part ng video. Okay, thank you. See you.